Hello, hello, hello. Today I'm in the Tier 10 US Battleship, the Montana. This is a match on the map Tears of the Desert, and it is Epicenter mode. By the way, I'm using these modules and commander skills. Okay, so first contact. I'm heading towards the middle-ish area, but I want to be... I don't want to go into the middle of the map, but I want to be near my allies. Because there are Tier 10 carriers in this match, and since there was first contact and I can already fire at them, that's what I'm gonna do. So the problem I had with my current spawn was that I spawned on the top right side, and we only had 2 battleships on this side, and maybe 2 cruisers and 1 destroyer. And clearly we shouldn't be pushing on this side, so I'm gonna go closer, but I'm not going to pass this line of islands that separates our spawn from the middle of the map. So I'm more or less going to sit somewhere around here and eventually start moving towards the rest of my team that's at the bottom area. Obviously I'll take a few shots here and there. I don't quite like what our other battleship is doing though. Oh, and we also have an Omni guy on our team, so obviously I don't need to do anything to win the game because he's just gonna carry it for us, right? That's what Omni guys do. Okay, so, by the way, that wasn't like a joke about how they don't carry. They definitely do. Okay, so, I'm gonna start moving down now. Because it's a really bad idea now to sit around here. Because they have a Yamato, North Carolina. Another battleship, I can't remember which it was. I think that was a Montana. And they also have a cruiser in that area. So, it's a bad matchup for us. Unfortunately, it seems that the other battleship that spawned with me on this side, on my team, decided that nah, he's going to YOLO rush in that, and I think he's going to have a really bad game because of it. Okay, so I guess I will have to take a shot on this gearing. So I didn't have anything in weapons range for a while because of the island being in the way, but I think it's still preferred to what's happening to the battleship, or likely happening to the battleship. Oh, never mind, the carrier is actually attacking the Yugumo, but that Amage is pretty much committing Sudoku right now. Like, he is literally sailing towards a Yamato, a Montana, a North Carolina, a Des Moines, a Minotaur, an Iowa, a Fletcher. And he is alone. He has literally no backup. Even if there were like 1 or 2 ships, like everything would die that would go with him. So that would be an incredibly bad idea. He's literally just throwing his ship away right now. There's nothing to gain from pushing there, especially as an Amagi. So I find that to be a really bad mistake by him. Oh, I actually got the North Carolina. That's good. I didn't quite expect it. 2 Citadel hits from that. So I'm gonna try meeting up with the side that's on the Middle Eastern side, or sorry, Middle Western side. Because I am currently on the Middle Eastern side of the map, or at least the epicenter area. And I guess once we meet up, we're gonna start pushing. It would be really nice if we could actually deal with the destroyers before we push, but you can't have everything you wish for. Yeah, check out the Amagi. That guy is so screwed. Like, he's being dive bombed right now and all that stuff. Like, he's just dead. Oh, that was actually a pretty good shot on the Dmitry Donskoy, I believe. And, well, things aren't going as badly for us. We've lost 1 battleship and 1 destroyer. They have lost 1 battleship and 1 destroyer, so it's alright. I mean, I've already done 70,000 damage, so I've done my part. Well, I guess not quite like for the game, but until this point anyway. So I take a shot, and I'm gonna start moving again, because you don't want to stay in one spot for too long. Oh! 14,000 damage against the gearing as a Montana with AP from 11 kilometers. Alright then. I'm not gonna complain about that one. That was quite incredible. And we are actually capping the middle section of this epicenter, which is pretty good. I do wonder though, aren't we being a bit, like, isn't the western side of our team being a bit too aggressive? Perhaps not, I guess, since we do have the ship numbers, and if we kill that Donskoy, we'll have an even bigger lead with ships. But that RNG on the gearing was quite incredible, and this is why I like taking shots on DDs from this kind of range, because sometimes it'll work out quite fine. Unfortunately, that Donskoy is still alive, but it should be alright. I wonder if those planes are coming for me. There's no way that's true, right? Like, you don't really want to attack a Montana if you can help it. Yeah, they're going for the Rune. Sorry, Rune, but it doesn't appear that you did any evasive maneuvers, so... rip in peace. And my AA didn't do all that much either, because the planes were quite far away. So, we got the middle of the area, and we got the second outside area as well. This is actually quite advantageous for us. But now, because I already know how this game concludes, I'm thinking that this might be this might be a bit of a mistake, what we're doing right now. Because we're still pushing in. And if you think about it, being on the defensive, you have the advantage. So defending is easier than attacking. And we have the advantageous position, but we are still attacking. This is usually a really bad move. This is like, I don't know, this is like in StarCraft 2, you do like a quick expand and then you still try attacking the enemy with your defending army. It doesn't work out. Like, if you have the advantageous position, what you should be doing is trying to defend, but unfortunately, here we are trying to attack them. And I think that's a bit of a mistake. Well, actually, it's not a bit of a mistake, it's a huge mistake. But the reason why this happens so often, as you would notice in many other matches too, is because, well, in World Warships, you get rewarded for participation, or I guess doing something in the match, rather than winning the match. You get rewarded for dealing damage, for tanking damage, for spotting. Well, I don't know about the spotting and tanking damage part. I mean, technically you might, but the amounts are really, really low. But basically you get rewarded for playing the match rather than winning. And this is... like, it might not seem different. You would think that, you know, dealing damage would be the same as winning the match, right? But it isn't really. Sure, dealing a lot of damage and similar leads to a victory, but you can also win a really quick match. And if what gives you, what rewards you is, you know, actually dealing damage, then you might not be focused on winning as much. And that's what I often find happens in this game. People take their match and they are so used to one side losing really, really quickly. Oh my god, look at that shell fire. Oh my god, that's so many shells. Anyways, I'm gonna try using the smoke a little, at least if I can. And basically, people are so used to one side losing really, really hard, that when they notice that their side is ahead, they will try to keep pushing that advantage, because if they don't, then sometimes they just get like no experience, no credits, no nothing at all, and you know, that feels terrible even though you're winning the game. Oh my god, 4 Citadel hits, oh my god, 50,000 damage, actually it was more like 55,000 I believe. That's insane. But yeah, basically, we should be defending, we should be falling back right now, but we are pushing into them. They are the ones defending, even though we are in the superior position. You see, the way it should work is you take the superior position and then you hold the superior position. You don't keep pushing into the enemies, you let the enemies push into you because you are winning the game. If the same situation stays, then you will win. But unfortunately, often it happens in this game that, you know, the side that is losing will just not care. Like, oh, we're behind, alright, then we'll just lose. And they don't care. And as a result, people are really used to doing these stupid pushes even though they are winning the game. And, well, right now it's alright. But there's a Fletcher, Iowa, Yamato, and Montana pushing on me. Also, there's a carrier in the background, but I don't know if I can kill it. I would like to take a shot, but I think that would be slightly too greedy. No, look, some more damage on the Fletcher. Come on. Come on, 190. Okay, please kill the Fletcher. Please. Like, if I were a... Okay, so the smoke is... No, actually, it's not the smoke disappearing. Instead, I sailed outside of the smoke. I'm gonna start going forwards because I'm afraid of this carrier strike. And unfortunately, I don't have much help here. I would really like to kill this Des Moines, but it's really difficult. She seems... Oh, it's not going for me. It's going for the other Montana. Like that guy. That's the guy that has been tanking for a long time. He turned away and started running, but he came back. Like, this is the kind of mistake I'm talking about. We have the two inside cap zones. Like, the enemy has to interrupt us to... So that it doesn't... Like, they have to try to push us out of it, and then stay inside of it to actually take it. But since we stayed in it too and kept attacking into them, we essentially gave away our defending advantage. Yes, I know that I'm repeating this over and over and over again, but it's just so important, and it happens so often that I find this to be something I would like everybody to know that plays the game. Yes, I know the Des Moines is firing at me, but I really cannot do all that much about it because, like you've noticed, I fired a few salvos at her already, and it hasn't been any success. Like, it hasn't had any success. I'm turning away here because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the Des Moines and the Iowa inside that smoke screen. And ouch, that Montana salvo hurt so much. Okay, let's try killing the Yamato at least. Oh, and actually, if you look at the situation, we are behind in ships right now. And I think I'm gonna die very, very soon too. I might have to use damage on that fire right now, because I am only at 17,000 HP. And the Iowa is still full, and there's more carrier planes incoming. This is quite bad. I really think that Des Moines plays really, really well so far, with making it really difficult to shoot her. Like, what you want to do in those kind of situations when somebody dodges like that is just get more people than one person to shoot at them. Unfortunately, you know, we don't have the coordination to do that, so it's not really working out. So there's another carrier plane coming. Right now I'm turning away, which is something you don't recommend doing against carrier planes, but because I am Montana, it can generally be alright. Because Montana has really good anti-air, so you will, you know, just buying some extra time. Like, look at this. That Des Moines is not going full speed. He's not even, like, he is playing with speed and angles and all that stuff. Okay, more planes incoming, so I'm gonna turn again. 2000 HP. I don't think this is gonna work out too well. I think I'm dead. 29 HP, heal up, but unfortunately I still exploded. And that was without taking any of the torpedoes, I think. And unfortunately, now it's one carrier against a Hakuryu, Des Moines, and an Iowa, so I don't really see it happening. Like right now, look, the ship difference is only 2 ships. We're losing by 2 ships. I can guarantee you, if we had not been aggressive while we held the 2 cap zones, we would have won the game. Like, if we had been the ones that had fallen back and the enemies had to attack into us, tried to push us out of the middle, we would have been successful here. Or alternatively, maybe if the Amagi hadn't suicided, this would have been also alright. Of course there could be, you know, a million other things that I didn't notice that could cause this issue. But I think the main mistake that we made as a team was to push together like that. I think that the Omni guy that I, talked about earlier, the Montana that I mentioned that ran away, he should have kept running away, and he should have stayed at long range. It's not really his fault alone, of course, because, half the team pushed there with us, and I was included in that. I think what I did was also a mistake. I should have been more defensive. I shouldn't have been in the middle there. And of course you have to account for the fact that the enemy carrier also played fairly well. She picked off, cruisers like the Aerroon when it was possible. She dealt with destroyers like the Yugamo at the start, so... Of course the enemy team played well, so it's not like they don't deserve it. It's just that I think we could have played it better as a team. But yeah, essentially the reason why nobody shot the Des Moines, or killed the Des Moines at least, was because the Des Moines was really good at doing these dodging maneuvers. Like when somebody shot at her, she would angle. When you know, she wouldn't do these obvious turns, and because only one person seemed to shoot her at once, well, it's very difficult to fight somebody like that. And this is why, for instance, I often get very good games, because I do similar things. And, you know, in like a 1 versus 1 scenario, they are very, very effective. Anyways, everybody knows how this game is obviously going to end right now, right? And, well, here's the game. Well, you can't win all of them, but it's alright. I had a really good game, though, in terms of personal results. Also, check that out. 775,000 credits. And see, I made 2100 base XP. This would have been 3000 on a victory. But if you look at it, that Des Moines did really well, and the enemy Hakuryu did really well. The enemy Hakuryu definitely outperformed our Hakuryu by a pretty large margin. That's 9 plane kills on our Hakuryu. I mean, it's not because our Hakuryu is probably really, really bad, it's probably more to do with the fact that the enemy Hakuryu is pretty good instead. And these kinds of advantages snowball out of the way really quickly. And obviously, as you can see from the experience on the enemy team's Yamato, obviously, you know, I didn't see anything about the Yamato, but clearly, she was a huge problem for our team. And, you know, obviously the Des Moines as well. But I'm a bit miffed about this game. Sure, I did really well, but that's 2100 XP on a loss. This would have been a 3150 XP game or something. Unfortunately, I didn't quite get the victory, but it's alright, I guess. So, 77 shell hits, 198,000 damage, 775,000 credits, Confederate Devastating Strike, High Caliber, 29 planes shot down, 3 ships destroyed, 7 citadels as a Montana, 2 fires, thank you secondaries, and the detailed report, well, almost everything is from the AP shells, 3.3 million 322,301 potential damage. So I ended up tanking a lot of damage, or at least, you know, getting shot at a lot and that not killing me, at least not quickly. Credits and XP, you'll see that I got 650,000 credits with premium, 430,000 credits without premium. Just think about this. This is a tier 10 battle with a battleship. And this would have been 270,000 credits profit without premium. That's quite nuts, and I'm not quite certain how Wargaming thinks that you can have a balanced economy, like where people are lacking credits, if you can have these kinds of results. I guess it was a bit of an extraordinary match, so maybe being rewarded generously is a good thing after all. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank... Oh, before that, if you liked this video, then like it. If you didn't like it, then dislike it. Anyways, I would like to thank the Patreons on Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, Utrecht the Bold, and I hope I see you guys next time.